Just tell me it's one of a kind, baby.
Go in afterwards with the eyebrow razor. Greg, get it to her. So I decided to do a get ready with me while doing my hair. At the same time, tell a story because first of all, I just need to start uploading because I think I want to do YouTube. I don't know. But anyway, I'm doing a story time of my worst day ever because people told me to do it. I shouldn't make a YouTube video on it. Even though I'm told the story so many times, and when I tell the story, it made me want to cry. But I ain't gonna cry. And if you're watching this, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I'm installing bundles from my hairline, Lucy Lux. It sounds so good saying that, but yeah, it's from my hair company. This is Peruvian WaterWave. It's 3 bundles. I never had big hair before, so I was like, yeah, go ahead, do your big one. So this is pretty full, right? Anyway, so yeah, let's get started. I already had put this wig cap on, had my braids under there because, and I'm really not like a bald cap method type of girl. I really don't be using stock caps to be real, but for the sake of the video, you know. This is, I'm gonna give you out a timeline. This is around a time where I think, yeah, we went to go see Black Panther. So this is a timeline where if you see me reaching over there, I'm reaching over for like my belongings photo for use. So I'm getting comfortable. Okay, so my freshman year of college. So yeah, Black Panther had just came out. And I had just met this guy. I actually met, this was my first day meeting him, and I met up with him. Red flag. I need to put that little gif in, would it be like red flag?
Weird. Red flag.
So first day meeting this guy, he's like, can I come see you? And I'm like, sure. He was like, how about I take you out? He was like, he don't want to be like, you know, cliche like the regular dudes. So me being a freshman, me being in Georgia. Okay, mind y'all, I'm in Savannah. I was at Savannah State. So, and I'm from Miami, so it's like a whole different feel. So like the dude wasn't for like my type at all. And first of all, I don't even think he was in school. He was stationed there with the army or something like that. Like he wasn't even in school. So we got to know each other. Like, first of all, y'all, I can't even sit here and tell y'all that I know his name. Still don't know his name. I don't know if he told me. He probably did tell me, but girl, I erased him out of my memory how bad this day was. So he's like, let me come scoop you, come watch the movie. He's like, are you interested in watching Black Panther? I'm like, you know the hype behind Black Panther. So I'm like, yeah. I said, ooh, so I'm so excited. So then he was like, can I come scoop? I was like, no, you ain't gotta come pick me up because, like, first of all, he's a stranger. I just met him the same day and he's trying to see me in person. So I was like, no. I was like, I have someone to, at this time I was on a dance team, so I had like a person that was like my big sister basically. Like, so she had a car, so she would drive me around or anything I needed to do. She was basically my big sister. So I was like, no. He was like, this could be our time to get to know each other before the movie, like, because we're not going to be able to talk. I'm like, you're right, you know. So my crazy tail self, I say, come on, you can come meet me. Savannah State, there's a thing called the Circle where all the freshmen are. So, like, come out, I'm outside. He's like, he's in a white car in front of my dorm, whatever. So, I'm walking, girl. I'm just twisting like, yeah. And, okay, pause on the story. With me, I dealt with somebody in the Army before. You know, they supposed to be pointed up. You know, they supposed to have a little bed. So, it was a a newer version of a, you know, it was an Impala, a white Impala, and then it was a white little bucket. And I really don't know how to describe a bucket, but they was both back to back, but the bucket was in front of the Impala. So I'm thinking like, he got coin, you know, he in the army. So I'm twisting up to the Impala. This boy sticks his head out the window and he's like, hey, I'm right here. Out the bucket? Out the bucket? You. Y'all, and I can't describe, like, this bucket, okay, it's white, rusty, look bad, like, bad. I'm just looking like, maybe it's a lender car. I'm thinking like, okay, maybe like somebody lent him this car because he's stationed here from the army. So I'm thinking like, okay, he just got a little whoop to get here from point A to point B, you know. Girl, so I'm trying not to judge him. Mind you, I couldn't even open the door. He had to reach over and open the door for me. So when he did that, I'm just like, okay. So I'm like, what's up? So we driving out the circle now, but we got to go through the front gate because the back gate, I don't know. Savannah said, y'all need to fix that. The back gate never worked. But it worked and it was never open. You know what I'm saying? So so we driving to the front part of the school and he's asking me questions. We talking. All of a sudden, I see smoke. So I look over to see if little baby lit a blunt. First, let me light my blunt. Then I'm gonna hit my heart. So I'm looking over. I'm trying to see if he lit a blunt because I'm like, I see smoke. Girl, the smoke coming from the hood. So I'm looking over. I'm like, we driving. I'm like, Like, you know, I'm trying to see if like he see this smoke. So girl, so he not paying no attention. So at this point, I've seen, first of all, I be watching 1,000 Ways to Die. I seen somebody die from the smoke coming from the car. So I say, hey, your car smoking. I said, hey, you know, you probably don't see it, but your car smoking, baby. So he say, oh, he said, I don't know what's wrong. He said, he never did this before. So I said, it's okay. So then he pulls up. So we had it was like a corner store right across from camp. So he pulls up to the corner store and he proceeds to reach in the back seat. And the back seat contains a big gallon of the you know what the wrestlers be having, the big gallon of water, girl. He had that. He had I said girl like y'all, whatever. He had the big gallon of water, whole bunch of tools. Girl got out the car, got to going. So I'm sitting there. I say no, cause you told me, you say you don't know what's going on. So ain't no way you don't know what's going on, but you prepared. You know what I'm saying? Cause nobody finna just walk around with a suit back seat. I get the trunk, you know, jumping cables, everything, you know, in the trunk. You know, little gas tank. You knew what was going on, buddy, and you lying. So now you lying. So he fixed his car. We start back up. No. So yeah, so we start back up. We driving. At this point, we listening to music because I don't know if I should be thrown off. But you know me, like I don't know. With me, I don't know. I was just like, I try not to judge. But it's like, this is our first day, you know? So I'm looking at this man crazy like, baby. So we get to the movies. As we driving up to the movies, we slowing down. And we slowing down in front of you. Okay, so the movie theater, you know how like outside where you buy the tickets. So everybody's standing out there because, again, we're going to see Black Panther. Everybody is there. So we pulling up to the movies. And okay, so it's a big crowd because is Black Panther. Everybody wants to watch Black Panther, you know. So we're slowing down. I'm like, oh, he a gent. He finna let me out. I'm like, he a gentleman. He finna let me out. So I ain't gotta walk. So, girl, I see, like, you know how, like, we started jerking. You know how, like, it's like, I can't explain. Okay, like, when your car, like, when you running out of gas, when you feel like it's doing that. So we here. So I'm like, ooh. I say, ooh, he let me out. I say, this car acting up again. I say, I said, wow. So now I'm like, dog. So, girl, now I'm pissed. Now I'm pissed because we in front of the movies now. And the football players, girl, everybody that's T. Mind you, this is my first time seeing this boy. So this not my dude. But listen, we going through all. I ain't gotta stay down because you know I do. I don't know you. It's a movie date. So, girl, we break it out in front of the movies. And I'm just looking like, I say, what's wrong with the car? I say, it's good. Like, it's good. He like, he say, bro, I really don't know what's going on. He's still acting confused. So I'm playing low with him. I say, I don't know. I say, you got to put my water. I say, is it running hot? Is it what it's giving? So, he's like, he don't know. He don't know. He's like, he apologized. He don't know what's going on. So now I'm starting to believe him. I'm like, okay, maybe he really just don't know what's going on, but he was just prepared when he had the water. So, girl, we broke down in front of the movies. We find, like, he cranks back up. He gets it to crank back up. But first, it takes a little bit. Won't lie to you. Finally, we crank up. Then, we get to a parking spot. So now I'm really trying to call somebody to come get me because I really don't want to watch the movie. But I'm like, it's a free movie, Jay. We good. So we get to the movies. He's like, oh, my cousin's in here. Double date? Now what if I was trying to talk to you? My cousin ended up being a girl anyway. But I'm just like, you let a girl know. Because now you're making it seem like we together. Never gave that. So, hold on, I gotta get focused with this part. Yeah. So, we meet up with his cousins. They're already sitting. And whatever. So, the movie starts. All of a sudden, I see him getting comfortable. I say, oh, he's really into the movie. I'm giggling like, girl, he takes off his shoe. I said, oh, okay. He's really into it. To it. So, girl, when he takes off his shoes, I'm looking like, I'm laughing, but at the same time, I'm like, what you doing? Girl, he reached down, pulling out Hot Chips Extremes, M&M's, Twix, Skittles, da. Oh. Baby. I thought he was so thick, but it was all them snacks he had in the pants. And what made me mad was I had a purse. And you know, I take snacks in the movies. I'm guilty of it. I do it all the time. But I've never put it in my jeans. He had jeans on. It was, I got a purse. They're not gonna check my purse. I wasn't mad at that. I was mad that he took off them pants and thought, yeah, this is the time. This is the time where I should do this on our first date. Yeah, that'll be the time. Let her know that this is me. This is me. Yeah, this is the time. So when he did that, now I'm looking at him crazy because like, what would make you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like what possessed you to You know, maybe do that. Like, that's what you chose. Really? So when he took all that out, I'm looking like, I said I had a purse. Like, I'm whispering to him. I had a purse. He talk about, you want some, what did he offer me? He offered me some candy, and I'm looking like, at this point, he see it on my face. I'm disgusted. Can't even tell you how the movie went. Never rewatched Black Panther. I don't know what happened. I think I was probably on Instagram, Twitter, something to distract myself from not walking home. Girl, so I'm there on the phone, just irritated, blowed, mind gone. I don't think nothing else happened in the movies. I don't know. I can't remember. I was irritated. I was blowed. So as we were working out the movie, he's like, what did he say to Jayla? He said, you could go with my cousin because my car is whatever. This is the girl cousin. He was like, she's going to take you back to camp because my car is just blowed. He's just telling me how the car is just not good right now. So I'm just like, okay, best thing you could ever say. So I'm walking with the cousin. She's like trying to get to know me, and I'm not talking to her. Like, she probably thought I was the meanest person ever. Still won't apologize to this day because as a woman, you ain't got nothing to say to me. The way I want to be her cousin up. She really ain't had nothing to say to me. Woman to woman. So I went to her back seat. Now I'm scrouched down, Uber style. Girl, get me home. I used this wax stick, but I took it out the bottle because I really like to get hands on with the shamons. I'm scooched down, Uber style, and he comes and proceeds to say to me, oh, you could come to my car, it's working out. It's working. I said, what you did? So at this point, now I'm upset because I'm car hopping. I don't know these people. I'm by myself. It's just like a lot going on for me because I'm by myself, one. Two, you already blew it with me. I really just take me home. You know what I'm saying? I really just didn't want anything else to do with him for that day, night, lifetime. Bye. What is your name? So I'm like, okay, get back in the car with him. Now we're going down the highway. No. Get back in the car with him. He's trying to talk to me some more. We go to the gas station. I guess we'll break it down again or it get hot. Don't know. So he says, 1 second. He gets out the car. And I think he took that gallon. I think he took that water and refilled it in there. I think he went and got some more water for this car. So the football players there. They're at the gas station. Now this is my instincts come in. So now I'm scrouched down. I'm not trying to get them to see me, but at the same time, I'm trying to see if they know him. He walking out the car and say, bro, what we told you about this this beat up bucket, da. He was like, we meant to throw this away, whatever. And I'm like, oh, you been had this car. And they been told you. So now I'm mad. I'm getting furious. And then they look in the car and say, oh, hey, he got a dime in the car. And then they clowning him. They looking at me, getting good look at me. And I'm like this. I'm like this. Because one of them was cute. You know, Savannah Stain really had too much of nothing to choose from. But the one that seen me and the boy, he was actually cute. Like, I would actually, should I do a part or no part? I'm just do a part for this sake, because I don't know what to do with this right now. So he's like, oh, bruh. Like, it's a lot of them actually, but the one that I'm focusing on because he cute is the one that was like, we told you to get rid of this cop. So when he said that, now I'm ready to go. I hit the dashboard so he can hit me. Let's go. Let's go. I'm ready to go. Take me home. Right now. I'm ready to go. You can't chat with them. Why are you talking? What y'all have to discuss? Nothing. Stop talking to them and let's go. So girl, he gets in the car. He's apologizing. Now we're on the highway going back to school. And if you know, okay, Georgia. I'm not sure if it's just Georgia, but this is my first time ever seeing a highway with no lights. Georgia had no lights. We break it down again. Hot. Car about to catch on fire light. So I'm like, oh, girl, he finna kidnap me. I was just doing my big one at the gas station. He finna kidnap me. Because I'm like, we broke down here. And I'm like, okay, is the, what you call? Is the football players following us? Like, I'm the only girl. I'm like, ooh, Jayla, look what you got yourself into. So now I'm scared, girl. Did my big one to be scared. So he's like, damn, bro, this car. I'm like, what's wrong with it? Like, how can I help you, babe? I say, what's wrong? Now I'm just really just trying to help him. Let me help you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even care. I was going to get under that car for him. Because there's nothing in the hood at this point. You have to get under this bitch. You have to get under there. So, girl, I'm going to have to do this part off the camera. I can't freaking see. I really don't know where I stopped. But I know where I'm going to continue. So, when we broke down on the expressway, girl, I look like Shaka. It's kind of cute, though. As we broke down on the expressway, girl, at this point, I'm asking him, like, what it is you need from me, myself. Like, is there any way I can assist you? Because at this point, I'm embarrassed for not him, but, I mean, for not me, but him. Like, because it's like, what the heck is going on? 1, 2, I'm ready to go home. Honestly, I was ready to just go home. So, I was just like, okay, I hope these football players aren't following us. That's 1. 2, I hope this crazy lunatic doesn't do anything to me. Because 1, my crazy tip, I'm hot. I was hot and fast. I didn't tell my parents where I was going, even though I was in college, but they had the right to know. Especially if it was out with a dude and this is my first day meeting them and I'm out with them. Like, girl, what? Are you dumb? Had to be. Highway. So, okay, after the highway situation, we finally cranked back up again. So now we pull up to camp. This point, Ty sick, girl. So we break down again in front of the school. At this point, I said, oh shoot. At this point, I'm like, it's okay. Like, I could just walk to where I gotta be. I said, nice meeting you. He was like, no, let me drop you off. It's dark. Mind you, it is. I don't care. But I'm like, all right, not trying to be rude because at the end of the day, it's dark. Not sure what they're capable of what he's capable of, because again, he's a stranger danger, you know. So I'm like, okay, I sit in his car because at this point I'm embarrassed. First of all, anyway, I wasn't really gonna get out. I probably was, but I probably wasn't because we're in front of school. There's a line to get into camp now because they're checking security. I mean, they're checking IDs because it's nighttime. So, okay, y'all, back. Okay, y'all, so I just finished cutting off both my ear tabs. So, this side, so don't be scared to cut the hair off. Anyway, so girl, we broke down in front of campus. I was ready to walk. I was whatever. But then, all of a sudden, he goes and he's like, oh, let me look up. He's like, let me look up AutoZone. Mind you, it's Sunday. And then we're in Georgia. Everything, like, Georgia still has, like, curfew and, like, certain stuff, like, with the liquor. Like, Georgia is still old school. So, I'm looking at him like, boy, now you know, like, everything is closed down. Like, you know, everything closed early. So, I'm sitting up there, I'm looking like, they're closed. Like, I have an attitude. I'm like, yeah, they're closed. He's like, oh, whatever. He's like, oh, so then he get on the phone. He step out the car, whatever. He's like, oh, he makes a call, so he comes back to the car. He's like, oh, my cousin is gonna drop you up again. So, mind you, I'm scratched down like, hold on, girl, like, I don't want nobody to see me. So I'm like down there under the I don't want nobody to see me, even though, okay, I'm a freshman, not really known, but they gonna know that this car is broke down and other cars gotta go around it because we was in line and we broke down. I don't want to be that car. I don't want to be that girl. You know, it's gonna take one moment for you to have that name. So I'm not trying to be her. So I'm like, where is she? Like, I'm trying to whisper to her. I'm like, where is she at? Like, I don't see her. He's like, oh, she's coming up or whatever. So I get in the car with her. After I wait for a little bit, then I get in the car with her. So she's still trying to talk to me, become buddy and cool. And I'm just like, I said, girl, just give me home. I live in Texas. She's like, oh, where you from? What's your sign? I'm like, Scorpio. She's like, oh, me too. But she was like, you're like a different type of Scorpio. It don't matter. Drive. Don't slow down for them speed bumps either. Let me get there. So, finally get there, girl. I call my mama, boo-hoo crying. Boo-hoo crying. She could have sworn that somebody had done jumped on me, girl. Somebody had done came in, snatched my little booty up. The way I was hooping and hollering. I was crying so bad. Because I just was like, the whole situation was just like way too much for me in itself. Because it's just like, what the heck am I doing here? In this situation, how did I get here? In this situation, why am I in this situation? Like, it's just a whole bunch of whys and what. Like, I'm just over it. I really don't want nothing else to do with this guy. So, as she approaches my I forgot to tell y'all. As she approaches my thing, I done blocked him on everything, but I forgot to block him on Twitter. So as I'm on the phone with my mama, I think I had got off the phone with her and got on the phone with my close friend, Dallas. Girl, I'm telling her about this day. How about the dude text me? Oh, can I come see you? See what? What you need to see? Like, I was so confused. He's talking about, can I come see you? I apologize for what had happened. And can I still come over? I'm like, still, what's wrong, mama? Like, what part? Like, do it look like I want to see you right now? I really don't think we have nothing else to really like discuss. Really, that's how I'm looking at it. Like, I'm just embarrassed in a whole for him and myself. I really didn't want anything else to do with him in this conversation. So, girl, I'm like, no, thank you. I don't even think I replied to that. But I know I said no thank you to me, to myself. Girl, blocked him on there too. Now, if his butt see this, just know that you ruined my life. I ain't go on no more dates after you. It took me down there. I just went on my first date 2020, last year. I didn't want to go nowhere with no dude. No. And I just felt like, no. Literally, like, just what you need, what you want from me. Because I'm not going on a date with you. I just didn't want to go on no dates. I really just, no, just leave me alone, please. That's how I was feeling. Like, just really just like, leave me alone. Seriously. Like, just, bye. So, that's pretty much it. That's my story. I haven't been on dates. I haven't talked to him. Well, I transferred since then. But, Savannah State in itself, when it comes to dudes, you can't, it's not really that much of a selection. And then when you do get a selection, he's gonna been done, he's getting shared because, of course, everybody done found them one. They think they done found them one, and you found you one of the same kind. Now all y'all just sharing. So, I was really just over it after him. I didn't talk to no more boys up there. That's kind of a lie, but it's kind of the truth too. And that was it, Grwm. That's pretty much it. So, I'm gonna finish this and probably speed this crap up because I ain't got nothing else to say. Okay, well, this is the finished product. Wait, hold on. I just wet the hair and put a little this on that. Not really too much of that, but yeah, this is the finished product. I like the curl pattern. So yeah, you guys, this is the end. Thank you guys for tuning in. And you know, comment and let me know what other story times I should do. And if you enjoyed this, you know, other video ideas, because I really don't be doing. So, thank you guys.